meeting where I was able to meet the CEO myself and confront him on what was happening. And he and I dialogued for 6 months, and he said, I'm sorry, 6 months. We dialogued for 2 weeks until he finally said, I don't want to talk to you anymore, and don't email me anymore. And I said, fine. And then 6 months later, he wrote me and told me he'd gone vegan and that he was going to change the entire policy of Whole Foods in terms of how they raise animals. So with Trader Joe's, again, it's hard. It was hard for me to claim victory with either one of them when you consider that they still sold meat, right? They still sold eggs. So how is anything a victory? With Trader Joe's, we called off our campaign against them. With Whole Foods, we called a campaign moratorium, which actually is still in effect right now. Campaign moratorium because their whole thing was, instead of dropping it all, they were transforming their entire system, which we didn't want, right? We don't want any of the ducks being killed for food. They ended up dumping that duck farm, which then ended up suing them, which got settled in court recently. So those were two very different results. With Pier 1 Imports, it was in a matter of months we got them to stop using all feathers in all of their products because they were buying feathers from the duck factory farms, which was actually a quote in a magazine that that the feather company said, oh yeah, we get our duck feathers from Maple Leaf Farms, and that's all it took. We launched a campaign against Pier 1 Imports. They stopped doing it, and never again can we find out where the rest of those feathers go to. We can never find, I'm unable to find out where the feathers go to now after that. So there are two very different things that happened as a result of that campaign. And I think you just have to be prepared for, you can't control everything that happens in the campaign, and just be prepared how you're going to respond to it. So there's different, obviously there's like what we call like red light, green light campaigns, right? Which is stop doing this, stop selling foie gras, stop selling fur, or the green light campaigns, which is like